Welcome to Live Interactive English. I am Shane.
And I am Karen. Today we are looking at part 1 of the colorful world of animal metaphors.
Okay.
Animal metaphors. I know what an animal is, but what's a metaphor?
Yeah, so I think we should define what a metaphor is before we go on any further.
All right.
So a metaphor, it suggests what something is like by comparing it with something else with similar characteristics. So for example, you could say, my brother is a piglet is a metaphor. This statement isn't literally true. A child cannot be a pig, but the brother can share a pig's characteristics like eating a lot or liking to play in the mud, something like that.
Okay, so it's like a comparison, right?
Like I'm the man of steel.
Oh, does that mean like you're very, very tough?
Very strong.
Very strong. You're a man of steel.
That's right.
Okay, well, I know another one, a popular one. I have a heart of gold.
Is that true?
It is
Your heart is made of gold?
No,
it's
it
a
just means
metaphor.
that I am very, very kind, very, very generous. I'm very loving. I have a heart of gold. Oh, you're a couch potato.
You're a couch potato. I am a couch potato, actually. Once it passes around 8 p.m., I become a couch potato.
Really? Just sit there and watch TV?
Just enjoy television. Yeah. I
For
love watching
hours and
television.
hours.
Yeah. Or like yesterday, remember it was raining? You could say it was raining cats and dogs.
Oh, that's right. It's raining cats and dogs. So it's not literally.
Raining cats and dogs.
That's right.
But that just means it's raining really, really hard.
Exactly.
Okay, well, why don't we get into some of these animal metaphors?
All right, let's go.
Have you ever heard the term elephant in the room? This animal metaphor describes an obvious problem that no one wants to discuss. Metaphors like this make complex ideas easier to understand. 4 other interesting animal metaphors are black swan, gray rhino, white elephant, and black jellyfish. Black swan refers to an event that is unexpected and has a great impact. The term comes from an incorrect belief that was held by people in the past. A long time ago, people believed that all swans were white. This changed in 1697 when black swans were discovered in Australia. Today, we use this metaphor when something that we didn't see coming happens.
Okay, so we're looking at the colorful world of animal metaphors. Now, of course, I already defined what a metaphor is, and we're talking about animals. I could think of one right off the top of my head. He's a night owl.
What does it mean when you call someone a night owl?
It means that they like to stay up at nighttime.
Like an owl.
As compared to like during the daytime. They function better at night. They're a night owl. They stay up late usually.
So there are actually a lot of interesting animal metaphors, and that's what we're going to be talking about today.
Let's get into it.
All right. Okay. Have you ever heard the term elephant in the room?
I have.
This animal metaphor describes an obvious problem that no one wants to discuss. Okay, so we're looking at this word here, term, and that is a noun. So term basically means a word or expression with a specific meaning, especially one which is used in relation to a particular subject. For example, the book contains lots of legal terms that I don't understand.
Oh, okay. We have another vocabulary word, obvious, which is an adjective. That just means easy to see or understand. So for example, there were obvious signs that the plan wouldn't work.
All right. So we're talking about, the elephant in the room. It's a problem that no one really wants to discuss, right?
Yeah.
So discuss. To discuss, that is a verb. If someone were to discuss something, basically they talk about it.
That's right.
And often in order to reach a decision, but not necessarily. Sometimes after you discuss, you might not reach a decision or a conclusion, but you talk about it.
That's what you're trying to do, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So for example, you could say, we need to discuss your recent poor grades. My mom said,
Oh, I guess you're not a bookworm. Hey,
That's right. That's another one. A
Bookworm.
bookworm. What's a bookworm?
A bookworm is someone who loves to study or read books. They call them a bookworm.
That's right.
Okay, continuing. Metaphors like this make complex ideas easier to understand. 4 other interesting animal metaphors are black swan, gray rhino, white elephant, and black jellyfish.
Wow,
A lot of these
really
I haven't-
cool animals.
A lot of these I haven't even heard of, so I'm interested to know what these are.
Okay, well, let's talk about the first one, a black swan.
This one I've heard.
Okay, black swan refers to an event that is unexpected and has a great impact. When I say something that has a great impact, what does it mean?
Okay, the noun impact can refer to a physical force, like a collision, an influence, like a bad role model or a hero, or a strong effect.
Ah, okay, so something that has a strong impact, right?
Right.
Okay, going back to the article, the term comes from an incorrect belief that was held by people in the past. Okay, so when you say something like that's an incorrect belief meaning something that people believed in. Right? And incorrect just means like false. It's not right. Correct meaning it's right. Incorrect meaning it's wrong.
Right, okay, so what was this incorrect belief? A long time ago, people believed that all swans were white. This changed in 1697 when black swans were discovered in Australia.
Oh, I see. Have you ever seen a black swan before?
In pictures? Not
I
in
actually
real life.
have seen one before.
In real life?
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. Okay, so going back to the article, today we use this metaphor when something that we didn't see coming happens. Then you can use it as like, oh, it's a black swan, right?
Right, yeah, so that's true. Just like we didn't see it coming that there was going to actually be a black swan. We thought they were all white, and then, oh, there's actually a black one.
Exactly.
So it's expressed something that you didn't see coming. You didn't know that that was going to happen. Okay.
So these metaphors actually come from some interesting stories too, right?
That's true, yeah. So not only do they have like a metaphor that's about an animal, but there's sometimes behind it, there's an actual story rather than just saying like you're a pig, which means you eat a lot.
Exactly.
Okay. All right, why don't we take a break and get into the other animal metaphors?
All right.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。这2天的课程是要介绍一些有趣的动物隐喻。那么 metaphor 这个字就表示隐喻、暗喻。同学们有听过 elephant in the room 房间里的大象吗？那这个用语是在描述一个没有人想要讨论的明显问题，而像这样的隐喻，使得复杂的想法变得更容易理解了。好，我们来看单字 term， 它表示措辞、专门名称或者是术语。Obvious， 它则是形容明显的、显而易见的。Discuss 是动词，它表示讨论、谈论或是论述。那我们接着来看看其他4个有趣的动物隐喻，包含黑天鹅、灰犀牛、白象，还有黑水母。好，首先 Black Swan 黑天鹅，它指的是一个出乎意料而且产生巨大影响的事件。那这个用语是来自过去一个错误的看法。很久以前，人们认为所有天鹅都是白色的。那在1697年发生了变化，当时在澳洲发现了黑天鹅。那如今，当我们没有料到的事情发生 时，就会用到黑天鹅这个隐喻。好，文中的 impact 这个名词它表示影响、冲击。Shane 老师在解释这个单字时有提到 collision。collision 它表示碰撞、相撞。那这边有3个重点，我们进入文法时间。我们来看第一个重点是 make 加受词加受词补语，这表示使什么成为、变成怎么样。make 在这边表示使成为、使变成。那受词补语可以用名词或形容词。受词补语之后还可以接不定词 to be 来表示目的。那我们造2个例句。The comment made her angry， 就是说那则评论让她很生气。The actor's charm made the movie a joy to watch. 演员的魅力使这部电影赏心悦目。好，那第2个重点是 refer to 的意思跟用法。首先，第一种可以用 refer to 表达指的是什么，与什么有关。像 What do the numbers refer to？ 这些数字指的是什么呢？好，第2个我们可以用 refer to 表达查阅、参考，像是查阅资料。例如 Dylan kept referring to his notes during his presentation. Dylan 在做简报时一直查阅笔记。第3个我们可以用 refer to 来表达称某人事物为什么，那么用法会是 refer to somebody or something as 再加上名词或形容词。那它也常常会用被动句型，就是 be referred to as 再加名词或形容词。例如 New York City is often referred to as the Big Apple. 纽约市常被称为大苹果。好，那第3个重点是 see 什么什么 coming， 字面意思是看到什么什么过来，那用来只说预见某事会发生，像 I didn't see that coming， 我没预料到那会发生。好，接着话课文中。
Gray rhino is another powerful metaphor. It describes a threat that is ignored despite being both highly probable and dangerous. Gray rhinos are large, hard to miss, and can cause a lot of damage. Therefore, this metaphor helps us think about the obvious dangers that are right in front of us.
Welcome back, everyone. So before the break, we were looking at some interesting animal metaphors, right? And we know that some of these animal metaphors have a story behind them.
Yeah.
And that's why people use them as metaphors. For example, we have elephant in the room, meaning you're talking about a problem that no one wants to discuss.
Right. Or one like the one you're saying, they sometimes have a story like the black swan. It's because they didn't even know that black swans existed.
That's right.
Until one day they found out. Oh, they thought they were all white swans, and then turns out there's actually black swans. Right.
Okay, how about some other animal metaphors?
Let's get into it. Okay,
right.
So we have gray rhino.
Gray rhino?
Yeah, so gray rhino is another powerful metaphor. It describes a threat that is ignored despite being both highly probable and dangerous.
Oh.
So when we say despite, that means without being influenced or prevented by.
Okay.
Right.
And we're also talking about threat.
Right.
And that is a noun. A threat is a statement indicating that you will cause harm to or create some other kind of negative consequences for someone, especially to pressure them to do something or not to do something. So for example, you could say the lack of money is a threat to their business because it might lead to some negative consequences,
Like they
right?
will lose their business.
Exactly.
Okay, it will be probable if they're not making any money that they will lose their business. So what does probable mean? It just means likely to happen, to exist, or to be true. So for example, it is probable that Phil will be late for work again.
So it's kind of like possibly, right?
Yes, because
Okay.
he's been late in the past. So you never know.
That's right.
Okay.
Okay, well, going back to the article, gray rhinos are large, hard to miss, and can cause a lot of damage. Now we know that because I guess rhinos can also be quite violent, right?
That's true.
Okay, so therefore, this metaphor helps us think about the obvious dangers that are right in front of us. So we would say the gray rhino.
Ah, very interesting. So we have a vocabulary word, damage.
Damage, what does that mean?
Now, damage is physical harm caused to something which makes it less attractive or useful or valuable. So, for example, the storm caused a lot of damage to the city.
Oh no.
So it could have like broken
traffic lights
or maybe just like
signs falling down.
Can I say one?
I'm sorry.
Or maybe like some doors fell off or the paint or the roofs came off the houses.
Broken windows.
That's right.
So, from all the animal metaphors that we have learned, for example, the elephant in the room, black swan, gray rhino, right? These are some really, really interesting ones that, it's easy for us to remember because of what we learned, right?
Yeah, and they're quite useful.
Exactly. Okay. So next time in your conversation with your friends, you can try to use these animal metaphors as well.
All right, well, we're out of time, so we will see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.
下一个介绍的隐喻是 Gray Rhino 灰犀牛，它是在描述一种尽管可能性非常高而且危险，但是却被忽略的威胁。灰犀牛的体型很庞大，很难不被注意到，而且它可能造成很大的损害。因此，这个隐喻就可以帮助我们思考就在眼前的明显危险。那我们最后来看单字 threat。threat 这个名词它表示威胁、恐吓，它可以当可数或不可数名词。Probable 是形容很可能发生的 ，damage 它当名词表示损伤、损害，这时候是不可数名词，它也可以当动词来表达破坏的意思。好，那么以上今天的讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。
Have you ever heard the term elephant in the room? This animal metaphor describes an obvious problem that no one wants to discuss. Metaphors like this make complex ideas easier to understand. 4 other interesting animal metaphors are black swan, gray rhino, white elephant, and black jellyfish. Black swan refers to an event that is unexpected and has a great impact. The term comes from an incorrect belief that was held by people in the past. A long time ago, people believed that all swans were white. This changed in 1697 when black swans were discovered in Australia. Today, we use this metaphor when something that we didn't see coming happens. Gray rhino is another powerful metaphor. It describes a threat that is ignored despite being both highly probable and dangerous. Gray rhinos are large, hard to miss, and can cause a lot of damage. Therefore, this metaphor helps us think about the obvious dangers that are right in front of us.
Hey, it's Kiwi on the street. I'm Kiki.
And I'm Winnie. But Kiki, can we just take a really quick break because my leg is so numb because I have been standing all day and it's just numb. I can't feel it.
Winnie, I think you mean that it's numb.
Numb.
Numb. You don't need to say the B. The B is silent. So let's work on some pronunciation today.
Okay, everyone, let's work on our pronunciations. Our first sentence, please.
We don't doubt his word. We don't doubt his words.
We don't doubt his words.
Very good. We don't doubt his words. What about this one?
I love climbing mountains. I love climbing mountains.
I love climbing mountains.
Very, very good.
Then we have...
What a dumb idea.
What a dumb idea.
What a dumb idea.
Very good. What have we learned today?
Welcome to today's pronunciations. Today, we're going to focus on silent consonants. Today's silent consonant is a B. So our first sentence is, we don't doubt his words. We see D-O-U-B-T. Let's just pretend there is no B. And in fact, let's replace it with an O-W, like ow. So doubt. We don't doubt his words. The second sentence is, I love climbing mountains. The word climbing has a silent B. So we don't say climbing. Let's pretend the B's not there. Instead, let's pretend it's an M-I-N-G sound. So, I love climbing mountains. Our last sentence is, what a dumb idea. Same thing. It's kind of like the word numb. We don't pronounce the B. So, pretend it is D-U-M. What a dumb idea. That's all we have for today. Kiwi later.